Sadgurum tam namami. Nithyanandam, I offer my humble obeisance, my humble pranam at the divine lotus feet of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasaninanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. And on behalf of Kailasa, we welcome all of you to this auspicious occasion of Gita Jayanthi. And Kailasa'S Gita Jayanthi celebrations the Paranthama Vishwarupa Darshanam, the special Divya Chakshu initiation and your third eye awakening. Let us begin with an understanding deep into the Bhagavad Gita. No other epic or part of an epic has the special status of the Gita. As a consequence of the presence of Gita, the Mahabharata itself, as an epic, was considered as a sacred Hindu scripture. Gita arose from the superconsciousness of Sri Krishna and the Supreme God, and is therefore considered a scripture. The Mahabharata, literally meaning the great Bharata, is a narration about a nation and a civilization which is known as India. It was then a nation ruled by King Bharata and his descendants. This dialogue between Krishna and Arjuna is a dialogue between man and God, or Nara and Narayana, as they are termed in Sanskrit. Arjuna's questions and doubts are those of each and every one of us. The answers of the divine Krishna transcend time and space, and Krishna's message is as valid today as it was on that fateful battlefield some thousands of years ago. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism eloquently explains the inner metaphorical meaning of Mahabharata thus. The great war of Mahabharata is the fight between the positive and negative thoughts, between the positive and negative thoughts called the samskaras. The positive thoughts are the Pandava princes, and the negative thoughts are the Kaurava princes. The Kurukshetra, or the battlefield, is the body, Arjuna is the individual consciousness, and Krishna is the enlightened master. Bhagavad Gita Decoded, authored by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, is not a commentary or a modern interpretation of the Bhagavad Gita. It is a re-speaking, the revival of the most supreme secret of Gita from the consciousness of the rare living incarnation, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, who embodies the very science and experience of Gita, a pure absolute revelation of the happening of Gita presented in the original spirit and body language that only an enlightened being can radiate and manifest through the inexpressible energy veiled within his expressed words. To read this book is to obtain an insight that is rare. It is not a mere reading, it is an experience. It is a meditation. And Bhagavad Gita Decoded was published and distributed in 2015 first, with more than 10,000 copies in the English language. And today it has over 19 million copies of Bhagavad Gita in 3 languages, English, Hindi, and Tamil, and 0.5 million copies distributed at Kumbh Mela in Hindi, and 1 million copies in Tamil distributed globally, and 80 million through soft copy or the digital book, continuing at a rate of 30 to 50 downloads per day since 2013. This Bhagavad Gita Decoded is a collection, a re-speaking of the great scripture that was revealed thousands of years ago by the current living incarnation of Bhagavan Sri Krishna, the very energy of Bhagavan Sri Krishna, and the compilation of all of the Bhagavad Gita discourses of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, which you can explore and see at Kailasa'S HDH Nithyananda YouTube channel, which I'm sure many of you are joining with us right now from. Swamiji has spoken on every single verse in elaborate detail as a key to your enlightenment, as literally the doorway into the unknown, the cosmos itself. This elaborate commentary is not just a commentary, but a living description and re-speaking of the Bhagavad Gita, the song of God. And for even us modern day users in this day and age, when our answers are clouded by ignorance and we are continuously deluded in so many different forms, Swamiji, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, has mapped the great language of Bhagavan Sri Krishna into our modern day thinking, making it easy to grasp, understandable, and absolutely digestible, experienceable for each and every one of us, for not just daily fulfillment, but also an experience of living enlightenment. This book is literally considered worshipped as a deity in Kailasa'S across the world, as it is literally one of the greatest scriptures, the greatest commentaries that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has delivered, has gifted to the world. So let us now understand Bhagavad Gita from the book Bhagavad Gita Decoded by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. And this book compiles over 950 discourses, 2,000 hours of captured on video, which is available on Kailasa'S SPH JGM Nithyananda Paramashivam channel and websites globally. And it is also 5,000 plus hours of audio discourses, which are available on a growing number of podcasting platforms, and also now available for ebook reading. Today, the experience of Paranthama Vishwarupa Darshan is exactly what Bhagavan Sri Krishna gave to Bhagavan Arjuna thousands of years ago on this very day. And as we are at its opening, its entrance, we offer our gratitude to Bhagavan Sri Krishna for having brought down this science thousands of years ago on this very day. The Srimad Bhagavad Gita is the ultimate sacred scripture of yoga, the Yoga Shastra, and the pristine glory of the Vedic culture, an eternal living tradition called Sanatana Dharma. It belongs to the whole universe, for it is delivered from the universe by the source and embodiment of the universe. We salute and bow down to Bhagavan Sri Krishna, who spoke Bhagavad Gita out of his infinite love and compassion for all beings. And out of our gratitude, let us chant and sing the Krishnashtakam verse number 1. Vasudeva sutam devam kamsachanuramardanam devaki paramanandam krishnam vande jagadgurum. I salute unto you, Bhagavan Krishna, Guru or Master of the world, Son of Vasudeva, the supreme bliss of Devaki, and the destroyer of Kamsa and Chanura. Now let us understand the gist of the whole Mahabharata and how it maps to our life exactly. The personification of Gita. To fully internalize the message of Bhagavad Gita, it calls for deeper insight into its genesis. We must go back to the great origin, the Mahabharata. Mahabharata is a physical, visual presentation of the Bhagavad Gita. All the principles of life that are explained in Gita are portrayed and personified in the form of the characters of Mahabharata. All the principles that Sri Krishna teaches in the Gita, the Mahabharata is a movie of those in life and those principles at play. Mahabharata is a book where the personification of each quality appears as one character. You live in so many different experiences in your life. You carry so many parts. One part of you is integrity. One part of you is into authenticity. Another part of you is responsibility. And another part of you is enriching. And on the other side, one part of you is also self-doubt. Some part of you is self-denial and another self-hatred. One part of you is knowledge. One part of you is compassion. One part of you is violence. And one part of you is cunningness. One part of you is tapas or penance. And one part of you is the pure silence. When all of these parts are fully awakened in you, you are fully bloomed. Then you are Sri Krishna, the celebration of the life of Sri Krishna. He is the Purna Avatara, the most powerful and complete incarnation, the embodiment of pure love and compassion. And Sri Krishna is the personification beyond any personality who never gives up on people, even those who are hypocritic and adharmic. He can simply enter into any multi-layered personality and joyfully, playfully handle them just as they are. If you understand the Mahabharata, the great war, you will understand the complexity of the personalities and the complexity of you. You will never have hatred or denial to some part of you or towards some part of others. You will understand how to handle the whole life just as it is, and it comes for you. The Pandavas, or the 5 sons of the King Pandu, are the embodiment of the great powers that come from the 4 tattvas in our life. The Pandavas are the 5 sons of King Pandu and are the embodiment of the great powers that come from the 4 tattvas in our lives. Yudhishthira is the embodiment of integrity, the power of words, the Vak Shakti. Bhima is the embodiment of authenticity, the power of thoughts, Mano Shakti. Arjuna is the embodiment of responsibility, the power of feeling, Prema Shakti. And Sahadeva is the embodiment of enriching the power of living, Atma Shakti. Finally, Nakula is the embodiment of causing reality for others. So there are the 5 Pandavas, Yudhishthira, Bhima, Arjuna, Sahadeva, and Nakula, taking the form of a part of us, a great power within inside of us. And the Mahabharata is like an ocean. It has 10,000 stories woven into it, all of them seriously woven into the main text, even though each is an independent story, an independent event. Just imagine the effort required to create hundreds and thousands of stories and characters and maintain the integrity of these characters throughout the epic without any help of editors. Of course, do you even think that you could have done it? Because it is impossible to create such a work of fiction, one needs to accept this is a compilation of true incidents that reflect the lifestyle which is referred to as the Treta Yuga, the third quarter of time in our scriptures. This is how people behaved then and how people behave now. What happened then repeats itself now, again and again. The great war of the Mahabharata is the fight between the positive and negative thought patterns of mind called samskaras or root thought currents, meaning the deep identity or the earliest memory you carry and create about you and others. And don't think you carry only one identity about you. You also carry an identity about the world, and you look at the world only through that. And that is what is called the root thought pattern, the identity to which you see you and the world. The positive thought currents are the Pandava princes, and the negative thought currents are the Kaurava princes. The Kurukshetra, or the battlefield, is the body. Arjuna is the individual consciousness, and Sri Krishna is the enlightened master, and the supreme consciousness driving and guiding the individual consciousness at every moment as literally his charioteer. Krishna promises to happen again and again 5,000 years ago on this very day. The next 2 verses from the Bhagavad Gita, if they are understood, then not only the whole Gita, but all the spiritual scriptures can be realized. Here, Bhagavan Krishna promises and declares, Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyuttanam adharmasya tadatmanam sadhamaham. Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam dharma samsthapanataya sambhavami yuge yuge. Whenever there is decline in the individual consciousness, whenever the collective consciousness increases, to establish the righteousness of the eternal unconsciousness, the science of eternal. Let me read that again. Whenever there is a decline in individual consciousness, whenever the collective unconsciousness increases, to establish the righteousness, the collective eternal consciousness, and the science of eternal bliss, dharma samsthapanarthaya. I myself appear millennium after millennium, sambhavami yuge yuge. Only a master like Bhagavan Sri Krishna can declare the truth so clearly. Here Krishna declares, I come down again and again to set right the wrong. As declared by Bhagavan Krishna, he has happened again on this planet Earth as the supreme pontiff of Hinduism. And in the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 11, verse 8, Bhagavan Sri Krishna tells Sri Arjuna, Natu mam shakshaye drashtum anaynaiva chakshuhu divyam dadami te chakshu pashyame yogamaishwaryam. And he says in English, but you cannot see me with your physical eyes of yours. Let me give you the divine eye. Behold my divine power. Now, let us see a glimpse of millions receiving this very initiation by the supreme pontiff of Hinduism. What happened 5,000 of years ago, happening today in our lives.
கடவுள் அவதரித்தது கருணை மிகுந்த அன்னை என்னும் வரமளித்தது கருணை மலையில் அழகு கடவுள் அவதரித்தது கருணை மிகுந்த அன்னை என்னும் வரமளித்தது பரம ஞான ஒளியில் குழந்தை ஜொலி ஜொலித்தது பரமஹம்ச நித்யன் என்னும் பெயரும் பெற்றது பரமஞான ஒளியில் குழந்தை ஜொலி ஜொலித்தது பரமஹம்ச நித்யன் என்னும் பெயரும் பெற்றது கருணை மலையில் அழகு கடவுள் அவதரித்தது கருணை மலையில் அழகு கடவுள் அவதரித்தது கடவுள் அவதரித்தது கடவுள் அவதரித்தது தங்கமகன் நித்யன் தெய்வம் என்றுணர்ந்தது தங்கமகன் நித்யன் தெய்வம் என்றுணர்ந்தது கருணை மலையில் அழகு கடவுள் அவதரித்தது கருணை மலையில் அழகு கடவுள் அவதரித்தது கடவுள் அவதரித்தது கடவுள் அவதரித்தது காக்கும் நித்யனை நான் வாரி அணைத்திட, பூமி காக்கும் நித்யனை நான் வாரி அணைத்திட, அருணை மலையில் அழகு கடவுள் அவதரித்தது, அருணை மலையில் அழகு கடவுள் அவதரித்தது, கடவுள் அவதரித்தது, கடவுள் அவதரித்தது. வசியம் செய்திட, விடமஞ்சலில் நித்யன் என்னை வசியம் செய்திட, வாழ்வின் வேதம் வேறில்லை என்றே கொண்டாடிட, வாழ்வின் வேதம் வேறில்லை என்றே கொண்டாடிட, அருணை மலையில் அழகு கடவுள் அவதரித்தது, அருணை மலையில் அழகு கடவுள் அவதரித்தது, கடவுள் அவதரித்தது, கடவுள் அவதரித்தது.
Yes. In this video, you were able to see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism initiating the blind in the Kailasa'S Sarvagnipeetham. Now, let us be introduced to who is the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism before we enter into today's most exciting program, and we are getting ready for the Paranthama Vishwarupa Darshan. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, is the reviver of Kailasa, a macrocosmic, ancient, enlightened Hindu civilizational nation. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is the 1008th incarnation of Paramashiva, recognized by his predecessors who were among the most esteemed and respected gurus, enlightened beings of the 21st century, including Pundi Mahan, Yogi Ramsarat Kumar, Annamale Swamigal, and several others. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has today made the science of power manifestation and yoga and temple-based universities available for humanity. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is the present 293rd Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam of the Kailasa'S Sarvagnipeetham, and the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has revived the socio-spiritual activities as well as the religious activities of the Kailasa'S Sarvagnipeetham in the Madurai Adinam as well as surrounding temples. And as well, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is declared as the successor of the Arunachala Sarvagnipeetham, by the Guru Parampara. His Guru Parampara, which you can see here, Mata Vibhudanandapuri, Isaki Swamigal, and Yogi Yoganandapuri, at the age of 16. And as well, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism founded the Nithyananda Sangha in order to revive Kailasa internationally at age 21. And the Supreme Court of Hinduism founded the Adi Kailasa'S when by consecrating the land in 2002. And you're seeing here pictures of Swamiji consecrating the land in what was once a forest, but is today a sprawling city, due to the hard work and dedication of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism in making this enlightenment city. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is also declared as the successor of the Bhagyanagara Sripura Sarvagnapeetham and the incumbent emperor of the Suryavamsa Surangi Samrajyam of the Suryavamsa lineage, and as well coronated as the successor of the Kashi Sarvagnapeetham, and also the Mahamandaleshwar of the Mahanirvani Akhada, which is the position of the supreme spiritual head of one of the oldest Hindu papal states in ancient kingdoms in Sanatana Hindu Dharma, the Mahanirvani Akhada. And as well, the reviver of the Adi Pallava Sarvagnapeetham, and also having revived and been coronated as the successor of the Tanjavur Adinam, and as well coronated as the successor and the Guru Mahasanidhanam of the Tiruvarur Adinam, and as well the Vedaranyam Adinam. You can see here the lineage of predecessors of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is also coronated as the successor of the Guru Mahasanidhanam of the Dharma Mukti Swargapuram Adinam, and as well coronated as the successor of the Adipita Kolada Mutt in Karnataka, one of the oldest Hindu papal states in Karnataka. And as well, Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was elected with the title of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism with the Atirudra Mahayaga, which happened in 2015, where a congregation of over 1,000 leaders came together and unanimously elected the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, literally declaring him as Bhagavan, declaring him as the incarnation. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is today revered, respected, and followed by more than 1 billion across the world, and working to build the largest and the greatest Hindu nation through digital means, and as well leading and reviving the greatest Hindu nation with 1 billion lives enriched and 1 billion lives enriched, and more than 1,120 Facebook pages, 50 websites, 102 Instagram channels, and 70 initiatives. And as well, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has served 27 years of tireless humanitarian services, including free vegetarian food banks, medical supply, and as well women empowerment initiatives, peace and conflict resolution, and so much more. And as well, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has authored over 300 books in 3 languages, English, Tamil, and Sanskrit, primarily by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself, and then further translated into 50 different languages. And you can find this gold mine of spiritual knowledge at books.nithyananda.com and download your free copy of the knowledge given by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism today. With over 20 million copies today sold, read, and downloaded of all of the books of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. And as well, the establisher of the Nithyananda Hindu Library, with more than 1 million palm leaf scriptures restored and revived, and as well as 20 million digital books and 1 million books collected. And with over 10,000 hours of discourses and over 1 billion views on social media. And respected as a commentator of the Bhagavad Gita, the Upanishad, the Shiva Sutras, the Jain Sutras, the Yoga Sutras, and even the Brahma Sutras. And as well honored as the most internationally acclaimed leader of Hinduism, as well as having certificates of recognition for the amount of hard work that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has done by the United States Senate and the United States House of Representatives. And as well acclaimed as the top spiritually influential living beings by the Watkins Mind, Body, Spirit magazine. And as well the reviver of the Sovereign Order of Kailasa, led by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, and the Nithyananda Order of monks, nuns, and the Hindu diaspora working across the world for global superconscious breakthrough and for its revival. Today, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has established more than 1,000 enlightenment ecosystems, and the Nithyananda Gurukul, the Nithyananda Hindu University campuses in more than 150 nations across the world. And finally, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is the reviver and founder of more than 100 Sarvagna Pitas. You can see here some of the examples. So now, with this, it's coming to a conclusion of this segment in today's program. Once again, I'm so excited to be able to welcome each and every one of you to this auspicious Gita Jayanthi program, the Paranthama Vishwarupa Darshan, where after 5,000 years, humanity is once again witness to the Vishwarupa Darshan of Bhagavan Sri Krishna as he is walking on planet Earth right now today. Invite all of your family, friends, and let us celebrate this auspicious occasion in Kailasa with the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. With this, we'll now be going into the next segment of today's program after a quick break.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham.
In all the temples have been destroyed. There is a very clear reference in the Kamika Agama which says every temple is supposed to have a library in one of the corners of the temple. And here is a reference from the Kamika Agama. But all the libraries.
What I mean by the word Kailasa, listen intensely. Enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself, in your own home, wherever you are. If you cannot come to Kailasa, it's okay. Kailasa can come to you. Kailasa coming to you is Kailasa.
Settle down and relax from any distraction for the next 1 hour, for the next half an hour. Intensely connect to Paranthama, connect to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, and prepare yourself as the process guides.
And here I'm seeing so many people that are commenting, requesting Swamiji, the very avatar of Paranthama, the ultimate cosmic energy itself, to reveal his pure cosmic form. So many people are continuously commenting, and in a few more minutes, we are going to be beholding his cosmic
form. So let us all now enter into the Paramashiva Dhyana mantra. This is a very, very powerful sacred chant that we are going to be chanting from the space of restful awareness for all of you that are gathered here today. You can, just by chanting the names of the people, offer this mantra to them. Especially when from the Pindanda, the Brahmanda is going to be manifesting, when we are going to be having a Vishwarupa Darshan. On this time, we are going to be offering our prayers to the whole world. We are going to be offering this Paramashiva Dhyana mantra, which is like an initiation, just like how when an avatar initiates, when he gives diksha to you, the energy transmission happens same way. When the avatar, when we chant the mantra, it's Paramashiva Dhyana mantra, the avatar literally births himself in the form of these mantras and transfers the spiritual energy to all of us. So now let us all get ready and let's enter into the Paramashiva Dhyana mantra. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Hrim Nithyanandaya Namaha. Om Ham Ham Shivaya Namaha. Om Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadrisham Tattvamasyaadhilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Triguna-rahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. I surrender to that Sadguru who is eternal bliss, the bestower of supreme happiness, the one who is embodiment of wisdom, who is beyond duality, who is omnipresent, to whom the supreme goal is giving the enlightenment experience, who is eternal, pure and unshakable, who is a silent spectator of all thought processes, who is beyond emotions, who is without the three qualities called Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. When you make a conscious resolution in the presence of the avatar, the power of Sankalpa itself will deliver the experience and manifest your reality. Om Namo Pata Samasta Duridashaya Dwara Bhagavat Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Prityartham. I am taking this conscious resolution today for destroying all my karmas and sins, and in order to please Bhagavan Shri Nithyananda Paramashivam, Asya Devadevasya Mahadevasya Akhilanda Koti Brahmanda Nayakasya, who is the Lord of all gods, who is the Lord of gods, the Lord of universes and multiverses, who is the Lord of the cosmos, Sakala Jagat Srishti Sthiti Samhara Tiro Bhava Anugrahakya Panchakritya Parayanasya आदिमध्यांतरहितस्य अप्रमेय पराक्रमस्य तत्त्वार्थगोचरस्य करौकारमकारात्मक प्रणवात्मकस्य वृषभारूढस्य महादेवस्य कामिकादिवातुलान्त महातन्त्राख्य शैवागमस्वरूपस्य सकलनिगमागमस्वरूपस्य शुद्धाद्वैत शैवस्वरूपस्य नित्यानन्दपरस्तस्य नित्यानन्दस्वरूपस्य शुद्ध सच्चिदानंद विग्रहस्य रूपातीतस्य सकल निष्कल स्वरूपस्य नित्य निरंजन निरामय निर्विकार अखंडादि विशेषणस्य श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी पराशक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिवस्य श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी पराशक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिव अवतार भूतस्य सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूपस्य भगवतः श्री नित्यानंद परमशिवस्य च प्रीत्यर्थं शुभे शोभने मुहूर्ते अद्य ब्रह्मणः द्वितीयपरार्धे श्वेतवराह कल्पे वैवस्वतमन्वन्तरे अष्टाविंशतितमे नित्ययुगे प्रथमे पादे जम्बोद्वीपे भारतवर्षे भरतखण्डे मेरोः दक्षिणे पार्श्वे शताब्दे अस्मिन् वर्तमाने व्यवहारिके प्रभावीनां षष्ट्याः संवत्सराणां मध्ये शुभनाम संवत्सरे शुभायने शुभऋतौ शुभमासे शुभपक्षे शुभतिथौ शुभवासरयुक्तायां शुभनक्षत्र शुभयोग शुभकरण एवं गुणविशेषेण विशिष्टायाम् अस्याः शुभतिथौ during this auspicious time, during the second half of the lifetime of Lord Brahma, during the Kalpa called Shvetavaraha, during the regime of Vaivasata Manu, during the first quarter of the Yuga called Nitya Yuga, in the island called Jambu, in the continent called Bharatavarsha, the Indian subcontinent called Bharatakhanda, in the southern side of Mount Meru, in the Shaka era, during the auspicious year, which is one of the set of 60 years, which is in practice of which Prabhupada is the first year, in the auspicious Ayana, in the auspicious season, in the auspicious month, in the auspicious Tithi, auspicious day, auspicious Nakshatra, auspicious Yoga, auspicious Karana, during such an auspicious moment, Adi Kailase Kalpavrikshasya Raha Nithyananda Nagare Smrita Smritana Muktidayake Mahakshetre. Now, we request all the participants, whether you're offering this mantra for yourself or for someone else. If you're offering this for a male, kindly chant the male names now. Namadheyasya.
We now request all the participants, whether you're offering for yourself or for someone else. If you are offering for a female, kindly chant the names of all the female participants now.
Namyaha cha yajamananam avayoho sahakutumbhanam bhandhuvarganam dayadivarganam mitravarganam sodaravarganam samesham. For all those who are participants who send me, with their families, relatives, inheritors, friends, brothers, and everyone. Sarva bhishta siddhyartam, sarva mangala vapyartam, uttarottaranava chinna sthiralakshmi prapyartam. Always let there be all types of good and auspiciousness. Always let there be unbroken flow and steady flow of abundance, prosperity, and wealth. Kutumbe sarvesham sarvabhishta siddhyartam chinditamanorathavaapyartam. Let the family always be all kinds of auspiciousness and anything which is desired be fulfilled. Samesham adhivyadhirityartam samesham shiradipada vidyamananam sameshu angeshu janita janishyamana sakala vidha nana vidha roganam yapohatam tadvara rogadadagatravapu siddhartam. Let all the body diseases be healed. Let all the kinds of diseases and disorders in the body, starting from head till toe, which has occurred or which is yet to occur in the various parts of the body, be healed. Let the strong diseases, healthy, handsome and graceful body be obtained. Samesham Parekartribhisha Kritarishyamana Sakala Rida Mantra Tantra Yantra Vishachurna Abhichara Stambhana Marana Uchatana Vidveshana Vashikaranadi Mantrika Prayoga Rakshana Praptyartam Tadvara Samesham Sarvabhishta Siddhartam. Let protection be obtained from all the deliveries of the acts performed by people either in the past or yet to be performed in the future through the use of mantras, tantras, yantras, poisonous pills, employing spells for malevolent purposes like making a person immobile, killing a person through vomiting, diarrhea, upsetting, ruining bad health, poisoning, hypnotizing, etc. Apamrityu dosha nivrityartam, kala mrityu, akala mrityu, durmrityu nivrityartam. Let all the doshas or ill effects related to death like this, time death, unnatural death, fatal death be removed. Samesham antardrishti, bahi drishti, krura drishti, vyapara drishti, anukula drishti, sadyati, sakala vida drishti, dosha nivrityartam. Let all the evil effects of eyes, known from unknown sources, effects of cruelty, filled eyes, evil eyes of business enemies, effects of evil eyes of people who may project as if they are well wishers, and effects of evil eyes of people who are against their well-being be removed. Samesham anta shatru, bahi shatru, krura shatru, vyapara shatru, anukula shatru, pratikula shatru, ityadi, sakala vida shatru, bhata nivrityartam. Let all the effects of the inner enemies, outer enemies, fierce enemies, business enemies, enemies who project themselves as good, enemies who project against our well-being be removed. Samesham matrashapati sakala shapanam yapohanartam. Let all the effects of all causes right from the mother be removed. Anadi avidya-vasanaya pravartamane asmin mahati samsara chakre vichitrabhihi karmagatibihi vichitrasu yonishu punarpunaha aneka janitva. From time immemorial due to ignorance we get caught in the vast cycle of birth and death. Due to the effects of our action we take birth again and again in various parts of the various bodies, which is quite strange. Kenapi कर्म विशेषेण भगवतः श्री नित्यानन्द परमशिवस्य अपरिमितया कृपया इदानीन्तन मनुष्य जन्म प्राप्तवताम् yet due to some good action with extreme and immeasurable compassion and grace of Bhagavan Shri Nithyananda Paramashivam, we have been blessed with a human body. Samesham iha janmani purva janmani janma janmantareshu sarvaihi kritanam shiva ninda devi ninda guru ninda doshavyapohatam shiva paradha devi paradha guru paradha doshavyapohatam. Any kind of abuse we may have done to Paramashiva, Parashakti and Guru in the present birth, past birth, or in any of the births be removed. Any kind of crimes or offences committed against Paramashiva, Parashakti and Guru be removed. Brahma Hatya, Surapana, Swarna Steya, Guru Kalpa Gamana, Tatsansargakya, Panchamahapadakavi, Samasta Parvati. Let the 5 great sins like killing a Brahmin, drinking prohibited alcohol, stealing gold, having illicit relationship with Guru's wife, unsworn mother, elder sister, and other such motherly figures and associating with those people who have committed one or other mentioned sins be removed. Apicha sarvai balye vayasi kaumare yauvane vardhakye cha. Let all the karmic effects of action done as a child, adolescent, youth, as an old age person, jagrat, sapna, Shakti Avasthasu, let all the karmic effects of action done in the variable dream or deep sleep state, Anendriya Jnanendriya Vyaparaihi, Sambhavitanam, Rahasyakritanam, Prakashakritanam, Atipatakanam, Prapatakanam, Sankarikarananam, Malinikarananam, Aparikarananam, Jati Dhamshakanam, Prakeditanam, Evam Navanam, Navavidhanam, Bahunam, Bahuvidhanam, Sarvesham, Papanam Sadhyaha. Let the sins which were done openly or secretly, the greatest of the great sins, minor of the minor sins, multiple sins, sin like raping a woman, unjustifiable sins, sin of destroying the caste system, narrow-minded sins, such 9 sins and 9 types of sins, more sins and more types of sins be removed immediately and instantly. Apalodana Dwara Samasta Mangala Prapyatam Shiva Bhakti Devi Bhakti Guru Bhakti Siddhyatam Paramashivatva Paramashivastiti Paramashiva Siddhyatam. Through the removal of sins, let us be showered with all auspiciousness. Let Paramashiva Bhakti Devi Bhakti Guru Bhakti be obtained. Let the stage of the Paramashiva, grace of Paramashiva and powers of Paramashiva be obtained. Kutumbe Sarvada Sanmangala Prapyatam Anyonya Prema Bhividhyatam Purnatva Siddhyatam Sarva Panivrityatam. Let the whole family always be showered with all auspiciousness. Let the mutual love bloom among all the people. Let completion happen. Let all the mishap be removed. Chiprarogyavatyatam Ayurvidhyatam. Let healthy body be obtained instantly and immediately. Let longevity be bestowed. Vyapari Udyogecha Sarvajana Vashikaranartam Tadvara Unnato Radasthana Prapyatam. Let your Krishna impress everyone in business and job, and through that it attain the best of the best position. Bahudana Saukya Prapyatam Griha Kanaka Pashuputra Pautra Dhanadhanya Saukya Prapyatam. Let exceedingly wealthy and happy life happen. Let various wealth be showered in the form of house, gold, cattle, children, grandchildren, money, grain, and all the comforts related to worldly life. Aditya-dhinam navanam grahanam anukulyata nivaranatam Aditya-dhinam navanam grahanam dosha-pida nivaranatam. Let all the malefic effects of the 9 planets be removed, and let auspiciousness be settled by the grace of all the 9 planets. Bhumyantarikshe Vidyamana Bhuta Preta Pishacha Rakshasa Brahma Rakshasa Vetala Kushmanda Dakini Shakini Ityadi Sarva Rishta Nivaranartam. Let all the evil effects of cause calamities on planet, the evil effects of various evil beings like Bhuta, Preta, dead people, Pishacha, demon, Rakshasa, Brahma Rakshasa, Vetala, ghost, Kushmanda, class of demons, Dakini, the devil, Shakini, kind of female demon be removed. Manovyakulata Nivaranartam. Let the mental confusion and worry be removed. Prarabdhe Karmani, Karishyamane Karmani, Adidaivika, Adibhautika, Adhyatmika Vigna Nivaranartam. Let all the obstacles be removed with regards to action done or going to be done relating to God, world and spirituality. Samasarana Nivaranartam. Dhana Lakshmi, Dhanya Lakshmi, Santana Lakshmi, Saubhagya Lakshmi, Vidya Lakshmi, Shaurya Lakshmi, Veera Lakshmi, Vijaya Lakshmi, Ityadi Ashtalakshmi, Paripurna Kripa Kataksha Siddhyatam. Let all the loans be removed. Let all the Ashtalakshmis like Dhana Lakshmi, wealth, Dhanya Lakshmi, food and grain, Santana Lakshmi, offspring, Saubhagya Lakshmi, fortune, Vidya Lakshmi, knowledge,
Shaurya Lakshmi, bravery, Veera Lakshmi, heroism, Vijay Lakshmi, success be showered upon. Pariksha Sunnatasthane Vijaya Prapyatam Sarva Vidya Parangata Siddhyatam Medha Shakti Grahana Shakti Abhiruddhatam. Let the top rank be obtained in the examinations. Let all the excellence be acquired in all the fields of knowledge. Let the memory, power, understanding ability be increased. Ityadi Sakalavidha Sanmangalani Guru Kripa Katakshena Prapyatam. By the grace of the Guru, let all the above auspiciousness be showered upon. Shri Kailasa'S Dvadashanta Shyamala Pita Rudha Shri Nilakshi Sundareshwara Bhinna Swarupa Parashashutra Ratna Kumara Guru Manya Tulyavatara Shri Parvati Sanya Padala Prati Vijnana Vishwata Sakalanika Bhagasara Bhuta Dravida Veda Pravatre Jamma Guru Sanani Kvalavatara who received enlightenment by taking the breast milk of Devi Parvati, author of the famous Veda, which is the essence of all the Vedas in Agama, Srimad Paramashivoham Samagita Mukta Mechatrashraya Nagiyamana Chatra Chamara Shri Chinnakaladi Samasta Birada Valyalamrita Jnana Vijnana Chakravarti, the one adorned by the quadrangular palanquin made of pearl, besieged by the grace of Paramashiva, adorned by musical instruments, umbrella, chamara, and the sacred symbols of worship, etc., adorned by the hands of praises, the one who has won the whole world by his enlightenment, and the science of enlightenment has been accepted by all the kings of the supreme ruler. Sarvajana Sangha Sadhyo Nirvana Diksha the showerer of Videha Mukti, an immutable state of enlightenment immediately by Nirvana Diksha to all people, the one who creates bliss, protecting leader, the roaring lion and trumpeting angel, and fatherly Siddhanta Sthapanacharya Shuddhadha Raja Pandya Maharaj Guru Shapanashakya Mahandakara Nivarana Jnana Bhana Vikshana Narha Tajo Chetana Purvaka Srimad Rishabhadhvaja Sthapaka Shaiva Samaya Kartre the Acharya who established Shaiva Siddhanta, the Guru of Pandya, king who is the supreme of king of all kings, Raja Guru of Pandya, king who is the supreme king of all kings, the Guru is also the Pandya king, the supreme king of all kings, enlightening sun that removes utter darkness of delusion, the creator and reviver of Shaivism, Vajna Pitha Rudha Shri Jagat Guru Shri Jnana Sambandha Deshika Swami Vagi Sundra Manikya Vachaka Swami Nama Avatara Bhuta Shri Jnana Sambandha Swami Punarudutta Shyamala Pita Sarvajna Pita Navadutta Distama Guru Mahasannidhana, the one who is the ruler of Sarvajna Pitha, the seat of omniscience, O the avatar such with above mentioned attributes, the Guru of the whole world, Shri Jnana Sambandha Deshika Swami, Aptar Sundara and Manikya Vachaka Swami, O the ruler of the kingdom of enlightenment, the Shyamala Pita Mahasamasthana, which was revived by Jnana Sambandha Swami, O the one who has ascended the seat of omniscience, the 293rd Guru Mahasannidhana, the one who has ascended the seat of Arunachala Sarvajna Pita in the lineage of Aranagiri Yogi, Kailasa Paramparagata Kanchi, Kailasa Sarvajna Pita Trayastam Chadutrajistama Guru Mahasannidhana, the one who has ascended the seat of Kanchi Kailasa Sarvajna Pita as the 233rd point of Guru Mahasannidhanam in the lineage of Kailasa. Nitya Kailasa Paramparagata Adi Kailasa Nithyananda Pitha Mahasamasthana Mahasimhasana Pitha Kartre. The creator of Nithyananda Pitha Mahasamasthana Mahasimhasana Pitha, which is eternally celebrating auspicious festival and having the attractive energy of enriching. Sacha Shri Paramashivoham Samudbhuta Kailasa Paramparagat Vaivasatamaksha Karichandra Bhagirata Shri Ramachandra Shri Senitya Janavachinna Sarabhama Chakrati Paramparagat Chatushashti Yogini Mandita Chatushashti Sampradaya Pravartaka Manudharma Shasana Suryavamsha Prapta Sarvajna Pita Surangi Samraj Murdha Vishikta Chudamani Sacha Shri Paramashivoham Samudbhuta Kapila Mahaguru Punarudhrita Mahanirvani Pita Ashtotra Sahasra Shri Mahamandaleshwara 1008 Shri Mahamandaleshwara of Mahanirvani Pita established by Bhagavan Paramashiva himself and revived by sage Kapila. Sakshat Shri Paramashiva Samhasana Abhishekta Samasta Gananayaka Shri Mahaganapati Samaram Dhanavachinna Pitadishwara Guru Parampara Praptatla Pita Ashtotra Sahasra Shri Ashtotra Sahasratam Ashtotra Sahasra Shatla Pitadishwara 1008 Shatla Pitadishwara Patla Pita, which is an unbroken lineage of quantum starting from Bhagavan Mahaganapati, who is the leader of all the Ganas, who is coordinated by Bhagavan Paramashiva himself. Dharma Mukti Swarga Praswarna Pita Trayovamsha Guru Mahasannidhana, the 23rd Guru Mahasannidhana of Dharma Mukti Swarga Praswarna Pita, Kailasa Paramparagat Adipita Sarvajna Pita Jagat Guru Shri Kailasa Punarudharaka Shri Kailasa Paramacharya Srimad Paramahamsa Pariviradrakacharya Bhagya Satchidananda Pranaswarupa Shrotriya Brahmanishta Srimad Jagat Guru Shri Rashmi Bhagar Shri Nithyananda Paramashivoham Shri Jnana Sambandha Deshika Paramacharya Swami Namulityatam Tesham Padaravidayo Bhakti Siddhatam Guru Kripa Rakasha Siddhatam Shema Stairya Virya Vijaya Arogya Aishwarya
धर्मार्थकं मोक्षद्वैतफलपुरुषार्थ सिद्ध्यर्थं
मम
समस्तद्वैतोपशान्त्यर्थं समस्तमङ्गलावाप्त्यर्थं भगवत् श्री नित्यानन्द परमेश्वर प्रसादेन सकलब्रह्मस्य ज्ञानवैराग्य जीवन मुक्ति प्राप्त्यर्थं च नित्यानन्देश्वरी पराशक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिवस्य श्री नित्यानन्देश्वरी पराशक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिव अवतार भूत सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूपस्य भगवतः श्री नित्यानन्द परमशिवस्य च ध्यान षोडशोपचार सर्वोपचार अर्चनाराधन पूजा प्रार्थना करिष्ये। ओम आनन्दगन्धनिलयाय नमः, ओम भवरोगभेषजाय नमः, ओम कल्पतरवे नमः, ओम पशुपतये नमः, ओम पाशविमोचकाय नमः, ओम ईप्सितफलदायकाय नमः, ओम भाग्यवृत्तिपरिवर्तकाय नमः, ओम आदिव्याधिविनाशकाय नमः, समस्त कल्याण गुणान्विताय नमः, ओम विडतिपुरीशाय नमः, ओम श्री कैलासपतये नमः, ओम शिवशक्त्यैक्यस्वरूपाय नमः। ओम ह्रीं नित्यानन्दाय नमः, ओम हां हौं शिवाय नमः, ओम श्री नित्यानन्देश्वरी पराशक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिवाय नमः, ओम श्री नित्यानन्देश्वरी पराशक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिव अवतार भूत सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूपाय श्री भगवत श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक परमाचार्य स्वामिने नमः। Om Nithyanandam. Now, you all are going to be entering into a very, very, very special preparation for receiving the Vishwarupa Darshan. We request everyone to immediately gather all your family, friends, everybody that are waiting to receive the darshan today. Actually, we can see how each and every one of you are filled with that seeking, just the same way how Arjuna was filled with the quest, was filled with the deep thirst to experience that cosmic form of Sri Krishna, the Paranthama, the Parabrahma Krishna. Same way, each and every one of us, the millions and millions of Arjunas, all of us that are waiting to behold the cosmic opulence of Bhagavan Paranthama manifesting himself through the Nija Avatara of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Each and every one of you that are in that same yearning as Arjuna, each and every one of you that are amidst the battlefield of your life and waiting and eager to have the darshan of Krishna, the guidance of the cosmos himself to steer and chariot your life into the path of bliss. To each and every one of you, we will all be entering into a very, very, very special process now. Let us all go down to that ultimate Paranthama Krishna, the sacred chant. Vasudevasutam devam kamsachanooramardhanam devaki paramanandam krishnam vande jagadgurum. And let us all go down to our Guru by chanting the Sadguru Vandana. Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadrisham Tattvamasyadhilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadhi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. 5,000 years ago, on this same day, in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, stood Nara, the best of men, the representation of the whole of humanity. Facing in front of him, Narayana, the divine ultimate consciousness, the cosmos itself, descended in its human form. 5,000 years ago, on this very day, in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, appeared the song of God, Bhagavad Gita. And today, 5,000 years later, just as he promised in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, Kurukshetra, when he said, Yada yada hi dharmasya dhlanir bhavati bharata. Whenever the world goes through that flow, he promised to the world that he will appear again and again and again.
Now, to each and every one of you that are sitting before us, in that each and every one of you that are just like Arjuna in the Kurukshetra of your life, in the battlefield of your life, you are here facing Narayana, the best, the ultimate divine consciousness descended in its human form as a supreme pontiff of Hinduism. Let us all now witness the exact same moment that Arjuna, the best of men, Nara, what he beheld in front of him. We are all now going to see and listen to exactly how that cosmic event unfolded itself.
5,000 years ago, to receive the darshan amidst the entire battlefield, which had great people like Bhishma Pitamaha, what was that space was Arjuna in to receive that darshan?
Let us now actually listen in his own words. In what state of mind was he in? How he requested Krishna for having the darshan which even the greatest of rishis, the greatest of men could not receive. But a mortal Arjuna, who was of course Nara, the representative of whole humanity, how he requested Bhagavan Krishna.
Today, all of us are in the same state. So we request everyone to sit with your head, neck and spine in a straight line. Just be in a complete space of listening. Understand? When you are completely open, Ganga is flowing continuously. Whether you are taking her water in a spoon or a mug or a bucket, it's up to you. Like that, open your inner space as vast as possible, because what we are going to witness in a few more minutes is something extraordinary. The whole cosmos is manifesting itself in its purest form as Paranthama Vishwarupa Darshan. And what state we are supposed to be in and how to receive the darshan is what we are going to be guiding you step by step.
Let us now see how this cosmic event unfolded itself as Arjuna was waiting to see Bhagavan Krishna. So are each of us waiting to behold that cosmic opulence. Let us now listen how these events unfolded.
Arjuna uvacha madanograhaya paramam guhyam adhyatma sanghitam yattavyoktam vachastena mohohyam vigato mama.
Arjuna says, O Lord, by listening to your wisdom on the supreme secret of existence and your glory, I feel that my delusion has disappeared.
Bhavavyayo hi bhutanam shratau vistarasho maya tvatta kamalaptraksha mahatmyam api chavyayam.
Arjuna continues, O lotus-eyed Krishna, I have listened from you in detail about the creation and destruction of all living beings and also your inexhaustible greatness.
Evametadyatatha tamatmanam parameshvara drashtum ichchami te rupam aishwaram purushottama.
Arjuna then asked Bhagavan Krishna, O Parameshvara, Lord Supreme, though you are here before me as you have declared yourself, I wish to see the divine cosmic form of yours, Purushottama, the Supreme Being.
Understand, at this point, Arjuna,
who represents the entire humanity, drops everything else and is in that ultimate seeking, requesting Paranthama, requesting Bhagavan Shri Krishna to reveal his cosmic form. All that Arjuna has in him is just that seeking. Just reveal to me your great cosmic form. You have showered me with all this great enlightenment and knowledge. Oh Lord, please reveal your cosmic form.
Understand, by now, Arjuna's delusions all have disappeared. Nothing else mattered to him. He's just filled with that seeking, that intense prayer to just see Krishna, to receive his cosmic, the supreme form of Bhagavan Krishna as Paranthama. Arjuna continues.
मन्यसे यदि तच्छक्यं मया द्रष्टुमिति प्रभो योगेश्वर ततो मे त्वं दर्शयात्मानमव्ययम्.
Arjuna then asks Sri Krishna, "O Prabhu, my Lord, if you think it is possible for me to see your cosmic form, then please, O Yogeshwara, Lord of Yoga and all mystic power, kindly show me that imperishable universal self." Having said thus, Arjuna bowed in front of Sri Krishna, waiting to behold the cosmic form.
Understand, all of us right now that have gathered here, it is this moment that all of us have been waiting for. For your seeking in the comment section, you can, in whichever form that you want, let us all get into that space of what Arjuna was in to receive, waiting to receive the darshan.
Understand, 5,000 years ago, what Arjuna asked Krishna stands till today as a question and quest of humanity. Today, each of us, me, you, every one of us are all standing amidst the battlefield of our life, looking towards the Supreme, towards Paranthama, as he has manifested in his, the universal form has manifested in the physical human form as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism.
And Bhagavan continues.
Shri Bhagavanuvacha Pashyadityan Vasun Rudran Ashwino Marutastatha Bahunyadrishtapurvani Pashyascharyaani Bharata.
Bhagavan Sri Krishna then resounds. He says, "Oh my dear Partha, behold now my hundreds and thousands of forms, of infinite divine sorts, of infinite colors and shapes.
Ihaikastham jagat kritsnam pashyayatya sacharacharam mama dehe gudakesha yachanya drashtumichhasi."
Bhagavan Krishna continues, "O Bharata, see here the different manifestations of Adityas, the Vasus, the Rudras, the Ashwins, the Marutas, and all the other gods. Behold the many wonderful forms which no one has ever seen before."
Sanjaya Uvacha Eva Muktva Tathau Rajan Mahayogeshwaro Harihi Darshaya Sapta Paramam Rupamaishwaram. Hearing this divine conversation between Arjuna and Bhagavan Shri Krishna, Sanjaya narrates, "O Arjuna, see at once now in this body of mine the whole universe completely. In this one place, all the moving and unmoving, and seeing everything else you desire to see also, and saying thus, Bhagavan Shri Krishna, the Raja, the Mahayogeshwara, he reveals his cosmic form to Arjuna, and Bhagavan Shri Krishna says before that, just before revealing his cosmic form to Arjuna, Bhagavan Shri Krishna says, Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Nato Mam Shakyase Drashtam Anenaiva Sachakshusha Divyam Dadami Te Chakshu Pashyam Me Yogamaishwaram. Bhagavan Shri Krishna says, but you cannot see my cosmic form with these physical eyes of yours. Therefore, I grant you the divine third eye. Behold my cosmic opulence. Today, all of us are going to be receiving this Divya Chakshu to behold his cosmic opulence as an initiation from him itself.
Understand, like how when Arjuna was praying to Krishna and yearning, and Krishna said, "Oh Arjuna, you cannot see my cosmic form with these physical eyes of yours. Therefore, I grant you the divine third eye. Behold my cosmic opulence." And today, the exact same, as each and every one of us are standing in the same seeking and yearning as Arjuna, Bhagavan Paranthama, who is walking the planet Earth as the Nija Avatara of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Swamiji is bestowing all of us with that same Divya Chakshu, the divine third eye. Let us then see what happens.
Sanjaya Vacha Evamuktva Tato Rajan Mahayogeshwaro Harihi Darshayamasa Parthaya Paramam Rupamaishwaram Sanjaya said, O king, having spoken thus, the great lord of yoga, Mahayogeshwara Hari, Shri Krishna, showed Arjuna his supreme cosmic form.
Sanjaya continues.
Anekavatra nayanam, anekadbhuta darshanam, anekadivyabharanam, divyane kodyatayudham.
Sanjaya tells the form that Sanjaya is seeing, that is happening, the form that descended in the field of Kurukshetra. He says, infinite mouths and eyes with infinite wonderful sights, infinite divine ornaments, and the involuminous divine weapons uplifted.
Divyamalyam bharadaram, divyagandhanulepanam, sarvashcharyamayam devam, anantam vishwatomukham.
Sanjaya narrates how Arjuna is beholding. Sanjaya says, Arjuna saw this universal form wearing the divine garments and clothing, anointed with celestial fragrances, wonderful, resplendent, endless, with faces on all sides.
Yadi bhasadrishi sa syadbhastasya mahatmanaha.
Sanjaya describes the intense resplendence of that form. He says, if the splendor of 1,000 suns were to blaze all together in the sky, it will be the splendor of that mighty being, of that Paranthama. Understand, this whole verses is a narration of the happening of Vishwarupa, how Krishna revealed himself before Arjuna in the exact words, directly by Arjuna and by Sanjaya.
One important thing to note here, all these happens when Krishna freezes the time and amidst the battlefield. Understand, darshan is not restricted by space or time. Rather, darshan happens the moment you're lifted out of space and time. Bhava samadhi darshan. Bhava means the attitude. Samadhi, sama means oneness. Adi means source. The attitude or aspect through which we feel oneness with the source itself is this Bhava Samadhi Darshan. Today, on this auspicious day of Gita Jayanthi celebrations, we all are too blessed to receive the Vishwarupa Darshan of Paranthama himself. When this happens, literally we enter into that very space that the avatar is radiating in front of us. Here, actually in the further verses, when Arjuna starts describing Bhagavan, so beautifully Swamiji quotes saying, Arjuna was literally in the very space of Bhagavan Paranthama himself, because that is the very space that all of us will be entering when we experience that mirroring of neurons happening during the darshan.
Then Sanjaya continues to narrate. He says, Tatraikastham jagat kritsnam pravibhaktamanekadha apashya deva devasya sharire pandavastada. He says that in the body of the God of gods, the Pandava then saw the whole universe resting in one, with all its infinite parts, all its infinite glory.
Maya Vishto Krishnaroma Dhananjaya Pranam Yashirasa Devam Kritanjali Bhashata. Sanjaya describes Dhananjaya filled with wonder, his hair standing on its very edge, his head bowed down in his palms, and he looked at the very Lord with his palms joined together. Now, each and every one of us are in that same state as Arjuna, with our hands both together, eager, filled with the thirst to behold the cosmic opulence of Paranthama, as each and every one of us stand amidst our battlefield of lives, the Kurukshetra. We are all standing in front of us, having the cosmos, the existence, the Paranthama, the Parabrahma, manifested in his Nijavatara as a supreme pontiff of Hinduism. Just as Arjuna stood there, Nara, the best of men, representing the whole of humanity, stood in front of Narayana, the ultimate divine consciousness. So are we today, standing in front of the ultimate divine consciousness, Paranthama, Narayana, as he has manifested in his Nijavatara. Let us all prepare now with
meditation, to receive, to behold that cosmic opulence, to behold the Vishwarupa darshan of Bhagavan Paranthama as he is manifesting himself through the Nija Avatara. Let us all get ready. We are going to be having a very special guided meditation. So we request everyone to sit with your head, neck and spinal straight line. We are going to be preparing ourselves, our inner space to receive the Vishwarupa darshan. Please sit with your head, neck and spine in a straight line. Close your eyes. Breathe in and breathe out deeply and slowly. Let us all now enter into the meditation process. Pray intensely to the Parabrahma Krishna, to the universal consciousness, in whatever name you know, in whatever form you know. Pray to that energy to give a glimpse of his being to you. A glimpse of the experience that Arjuna received and which all the enlightened masters experienced. Just as Arjuna stood in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, praying to Paranthama, to Krishna, to reveal his cosmic form. So are we standing amidst the battlefield of life to receive the Vishwarupa darshan. Relax. Breathe in and breathe out deeply and slowly. Pray intensely to Parabrahma Krishna, the universal consciousness. Pray to the universal energy. It responds to your thoughts. Your prayers are not dead words. They are living communication. Pray to Parabrahma Krishna to give you a glimpse of the experience that Arjuna received and which all the enlightened masters experienced. Inhale as deeply as possible and as slowly as possible. Relax from all your distractions. Sit with your head, neck, and spine in a straight line. Inhale as slowly as possible, and as deeply as possible. Exhale as slowly as possible and as deeply as possible. Concentrate and bring your attention between your eyebrows, in your brow center, with your eyes closed. Bring your entire awareness on your Agnya chakra, your brow center. Slowly but very deeply concentrate on your Agnya chakra without forcing yourself. Put your entire awareness naturally on your Agnya chakra. The Agnya chakra is your brow center, the region where your third eye is located. Slowly, very deeply, concentrate on your Agnya chakra. Don't force yourself. Put your entire awareness naturally on your Agnya chakra. Now, slowly start visualizing the whole universe moving inside your head. Visualize all the stars, planets, galaxies, all the suns, moons, stars, solar systems, galaxies, everything is moving in your head. It is all moving inside your head. Bringing your entire awareness into your Agnya chakra. Start visualizing that the entire universe is moving inside your head. inside your inner space. See the sun, moon, and all planets. Visualize this clearly, intensely. Slowly relax the body. Be one with the universal consciousness. Feel the experience of being one with the universe. You are seeing clearly the sun, moon, stars, and planets. Just disappear into the universal consciousness. Forget your name, your form, all the conditions, your profession, your gender, your country. Forget everything about yourself. Forget your name. Forget your farm. Forget all the conditionings. Your profession, your gender, your country,